Welcome to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as we are live during Riyadh season at the Kingdom Arena. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
Time for our tail of the tape. Terrence Bud Crawford, 5'7", 135 pounds even. That's the lightweight limit, and he's got a reach of 74 inches. And the man he'll be... Terrence King Rod, Ryan Garcia, one of the most famous boxers the world over, the fastest hands in the game. They call him Flash.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Nice slip to avoid the jab. A perfect counter lands. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Did you see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Just missed with that left jab. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that. Here we go. It's round 2. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. Counter punches have to hurt. Do you believe this? Nice counter shot. When you're fighting a counter puncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
You got to like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. missing with that right hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Let's get it started in round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well done with that counter shot. Swing and a miss with that hook. Just misses with that jab. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch could change everything in this battle. These two were made for each other. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Back at it in round 4. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Missing with the hook. Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Wow, what a shot! And it's over! A home run swing, and that will do it here. And as you can see here, a picture perfect.
Listen to me. Are you okay? You're out of there.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory, that's not a knock.
P-Wagon want to give him that work. Y'all already seen what happened, man. What the? We good, though. We good. I just didn't like that. Let me change, my top. We just went on a 10-game streak with him, too, over the weekend. So we ain't tripping. Get the what, man? Dialed in, man. Ain't got no words. He just not.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. First up, we have Billy Dibb, standing 5'7.5" tall with a reach of 70.5. Great story, a cancer survivor, and of course the former King Ryan Garcia. They also call him Flash, fighting out of Los Angeles, California, some of the fastest hands in all of boxing.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Sydney, Australia, here is a featherweight champion of the world, Billy the Kid Dibb. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Ryan Garcia.
Fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup.
Good luck.
We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. Does well to block that left jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Misses with the jab. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Punch, counter punch. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Incredible work rate. Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Billy Dibb in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept that.
What do we expect to see here in round two? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Moves left to right, box forward, box backward. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Counter punch. How about that time counter shot? A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
So close to that uppercut. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Billy Dibb in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. There's the bell for round three. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. And that'll do it. It is over. Billy Dib losing by knockout. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
That's lights out right there.
Are you okay? You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is not...
want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck.
time, man. That boy do that. Hey, Ryan was beating that. Hey, that boy said, we gotta get a body here. We gotta get Ryan won 10 over the weekend. You want 10 straight from him. Yeah. It takes him, but we still under 500 because we lost probably a few yesterday. It's okay, man. It's trying to get better. To win, you gotta lose, man. Let's get to it. We're locked in, man. You gotta know it's work.
And we are fighting in Atlantis. How about this crazy venue? And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable.
It's King Ryan Garcia, one of the brightest stars in all of boxing. This Southern California native is must-see TV. And here we see Diego.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Ryan.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here. I feel so lucky to be sat here talking about something I love.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. No rest for the weary. Jab misses. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise It's just there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be a hellfire on you.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. Nice stop, but that won't score. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about GARCIA in that last round. Talk about a one-sided three. Here we go for round two. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Beautiful counter punch. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about GARCIA in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? Let's get it started in round three. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They drop their guard, they get caught. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Nope, that hook won't score. Landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Misses. Morales might be ready to go. Disaster averted.
What caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Nice counter punch right up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Morales is stumbling and bumbling. Talk about Garcia in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. Back at it in round 4. He threw a punch and just got countered. There's a counter shot. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Catch and shoot. Swing and a miss with that jab. And the kid goes down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your blood.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Both men step back for just a moment. Right hook catching air. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be... There's the bell to start round 5. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Punch out, but thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got... the 6th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. Which fighter will say no mas? How about that time counter shot? And you can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
I need to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Good counter punch. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Talk about Garcia in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that... And there's the bell for round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice looking right hook, but he blocked it. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Straight right just misses. Holding nothing back here in the round. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it.
Round 8, and we're off again. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got stand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter. That counter punch caught him clean. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Beautiful counter shot. Perfect counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace. To get a unanimous decision, that is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
That was a good ass fight right there. That was a good ass fight right there. I was on bullshit, but that was a good ass fight. Yes, it was. Let that be known. Be gone.
Take deep breaths. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. Come on.
That was mean, y'all. That was mean. That was that teacher in high school, middle school you had. That was mean as fuck. That was what that was. Support my favorite right now. You already know this. But I had to put the beating on him real quick. You know what I mean? Let's go, man. It's really working. All right now. Let's go, man. God, Coolio is crazy.
I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. There's nothing quite like a fight at the Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
King Rye, Ryan Garcia, one of the most famous boxers the world over. The fastest hands in the game. They call him Flash. King Rye, Ryan Garcia. They also call him Flash. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California. Some of the fastest hands in all of boxing.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell off.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Rye, Ryan Garcia. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Rye, Ryan Garcia.
An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
I'm so giddy, so excited.
Right.
The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. And there's the bell for round 1. This fight has a real good flow to it. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these 2 athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
That jab had to hurt. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter. Can't land that jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Throws the uppercut but misses. Good counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. No secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have. On to the second round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
And the kid goes down. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Where did...
1, 2, 3, 4.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
They've got to pick things up halfway through. Did you see that? Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Both men were knocked down, and they both... On to the third. Keep in mind, both of these fighters got knocked down in the prior round.
One fighter got knocked down earlier, got back up again to knock him down. How are they going to walk back out of this into the next round?
Perfect counter lands. Oh, what a punch! That counter punch caught him clean. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good defense blocking that right uppercut. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. There's the bell for round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Think of holding on here for a minute. It's bombs away. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Time they throw a shot, they get countered. Unlucky to miss with that jab. A perfect counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? The straight right just misses. That's a very close round with 10 seconds to go. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
And now you've let him get back into it.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Catch and shoot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Misses with the straight left. Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter shot. The straight right just misses. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pretty dominant rep. Let's start the 6th. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. Good counter punching. That uppercut's blocked. That jab misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy if he's got... There's the bell to start round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Another scoring shot there. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on. And there's the bell for round 8. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And that will do it. What a victory. Let's see that again.
You like
Fuck
what
go,
a shot.
man. That's what I'm talking about. Let's fucking go, man. Yeah. We find out. King Rye, is that my man right now? huh? That me?
It happened. You saw it here live. A knock.
How you doing on this fight, though? I ain't want to lose. I went southpaw just for a different look. I've been getting low, bro. When it get real, I get lower. See what I can get out of there. But that's it, man. We went what? We lost our first fight to Crawford. A good fight. He just called me early. While I was punching, he called me. Oh, knocked me out. And then I got 2 notes. I got 2 flash KO. They count knockout. I went like what? 5-1? I don't know. Let's check. You know, we just try to do what we do. Get back to this 500 and go from there. That was a good ass fight. That was 2 good fights. So let's see what that was. What was that? What was that? What was that? That's like 4 straight. I'll take 4 straight on the stream. We out. Ooh, 5. My bad. We out, though. I appreciate everybody that pulled up, whether you say nothing, and whoever come across this, man. I'm going to say, don't forget to sub. Don't forget to show some love. It's free. I am love. It's the same. You know what I mean? Be wagging more than giving that work. I'm Mo God. King Rod. We be back. We be back. But I'm going to probably fight again later. I don't know if I'm going to go. We'll see. Regardless, I'm fighting again. That was